in, and then you talk about
definitely.
all the from scratch, because your story is the story of an ordinary person.
Yeah, no, of course, we are like everyone, no, if you are like not born in Ambani's family, you are like almost all ordinary only, Ambani's, Tata's,
Exactly.
Birlas and all that. So I heard about Bitcoin in 2010 end or 2011 beginning, no, before joining Niti. But my focus was like, of course, on getting education and joining Niti, doing post graduation, MBA and all that. So I had heard about Bitcoin in 2011, somewhere around January, on a Pagal Guy, which was a website dedicated to MBAs. They had mentioned something like of a conference or something, or a meetup going on in IIT Mumbai or IIT Bombay, somewhere in that time. And I, of course, like anything new, humans are probably not able to understand.
You are on mute. So you are on mute.
Sorry for the
Yeah,
disturbance.
yeah.
No, I just got a phone call there. So, because we humans only associate things with what we know, we are not able to understand anything new. No, like people would have had difficulties in understanding the internet. No, people would have had difficulties in knowing in 1930s and 50s, people were not ready to put their money in the bank also, no, because they used to say our money is safe at our home. Money is not safe in bank. But now it has changed. No, like we have gone from bank to public banks, private banks, and now in the blockchain. No, and maybe in
Right.
future we don't know how it will evolve, but currently I see it is in blockchain, no, that the money is getting transferred. So as an ordinary person, no, a student who wanted to join Niti, I dismissed that idea, no, that what is Bitcoin, I don't know what it is. So in 2010, I don't know how to purchase it also. I would have missed out on that also, because it would have required some setup and all those things. Then after 2011 January, it was in 2017, no, I met Rohit again in Niti, and he was explaining about blockchain as well, no, Bitcoin, no, soon to become like something big. And at that time also I was like not much able to understand it, no, because like if you don't understand, you don't get much into it. And I missed out on that journey, on that wave, no, which we saw in 2017 December, no, where people made like, I don't know, crazy returns, you would say. And again, of course, those who were not aware would have lost it also if they were not careful. But then if you stay into it, you will eventually make it. No, as they say, and in 2020, 21 also, we saw again a big boom in the cryptocurrency market as well. So I knew, like, if you stick. Okay, so when I found it, I know that if you stick to something, now you will eventually succeed in some way or the other. So when I got into cryptocurrencies a bit late, no, because of all these things. Like last year only, I read about it on YouTube and all, how to buy, and then I purchased some bitcoins also, on WazirX platform, and then I moved to Binance as well. And suddenly I had that instant urge, to know what is an NFT, because once you are in Bitcoin, you don't want to stop there, no, because sorry Rohit for this, but I want to make that kind of gains in Bitcoin the way you have made, no, because you are like an early adopter, no, or at least somewhere in midpoint you got into it. But I am like a little late, at least that's what I think. But NFTs are like the Bitcoin which we had, no, in 2017 or before that, no, but only if we do our part right. So I missed out on Bitcoin. I don't want to miss out on NFTs, and I do understand technologies better, no, now. Like I have been reading on artificial intelligence, even the blockchain and all. So, and I'm able to see the world better, no. I have also watched a few movies, no, related to this. I watched a movie about the metaverse as well. I had watched it earlier, no, you would have known Matrix, no, the Matrix. So that is also like a very fictional movie, but an advanced version of metaverse. Now you go into augmented virtual reality, and then you have an avatar of yourself. So those movies help you understand how the world can be in the future. And that's how I got into NFTs. Once I came to know how to transfer money from one wallet, one exchange to another exchange, it was easier, for me to set up the MetaMask and other technicalities to buy a by this NFT. And it is not very difficult, no, because I think even if you cannot do it, you can find a person, no, like someone like Rohit, no, or maybe someone like Sanket or myself, no, those who would know something about it, and can you help you to set up that particular, and then you just have to click your buttons, no. And this was like a very new concept for me, because in middle class, like how is the mindset of a middle class person that you have to work hard, no, and then only you will make money. But investing is something, no, which is like hidden from us, from our by our family also, like unless they are into it, or your teachers also, no, because like most of the teachers don't do well financially, and no offense meant, but that's a fact. And so when I came to know about investing, no, investing is where you need to do research. In fact, you can also buy no, research from people smarter than you. You can get into a community smarter than you, know, like an association like we have in RanchiMall, and from other people's ideas it can save you time, no, to build your wealth as well. So that concept was very fascinating to me, that by doing some research and clicking buttons also, you can make money if you are careful, you know, because in a business it is very different, no. In a business you will have to build a product, uh, build a website, acquire customers, keep customers, do customer service, do shipping. So lot of components are involved in building a business, no. I think Rohit, you would also have known, no, you would have set up businesses like around 10 years back. But investing has its own benefits, no, where a normal common person can also get into it with a comparatively small amounts of money as well. And that was fascinating for me, like as I said, by clicking buttons, doing research properly, doing risk management, you can build wealth, like of in the next few years or so. So it also makes me think about no, NFT as a long term thing, no, not just as a short term thing, though people make money flipping NFTs in the short term as well. So that's how I got into NFTs in November 2021 only, last year only. And since then, I have bought a few NFTs. No, one is the cheetah, which I shared with Rohit. I got 3 of those cheetahs. Those have gone up at least around 10 times in value. No, it is like floor price is 1 Ethereum. I bought it as 0.08 Ethereum. So of course I will not sell that at any price less than that. And knowing the project, it is, I would hold it for definitely more than 6 months, more than a year also, because you just don't have to flip NFTs. No, you can even hold NFTs for long term, because you get some benefits. No, like if you are aware of some NFTs, no, where you can stake them also on passive income on those NFTs also. No, so you don't have to sell it. No, like you have a real estate, you don't always flip it. You can find a renter, the renter pays you the rent, and you keep making money, from your house. So similarly, there are some NFTs where you can make that kind of money also. There are airdrops, no, where people will also like give you an additional NFT for holding their NFTs, or they will give you some token, no, like you have mana or you have sandbox, those tokens, and those tokens can be converted into money as well. So that's how like I got into NFTs, and I'm fascinated, with the future potential what this can have, for the world as a whole. Yeah, back to you, Rohit. Yeah.
Actually,
So
Okay, sorry,
yeah.
sorry. I was,
So
so yeah, I was asking maybe. So yeah, so you talked about a fascinating journey where you started. You felt that Bitcoin was not your thing because you had missed the last wave, so you wanted something better, and you came into NFT. Can you show people your cheetah on the screen? What exactly your NFT looks like? Can you show them your cheetah that you bought? Is it possible to see? I mean,
So
can we?
I'll show it definitely. So I joined from my mobile, because my computer went down. But I'm still logging into my computer. So give me
Okay.
a minute. I will join from my computer, where I can share, more details about it. Yeah. So I'm switching off my video for a minute, and I will be back.
Sure, sure. No worries, no worries. Yeah, yeah. So in the meantime, all the people who are in the room, Akash
Yeah.
was one of the people who essentially I had taken a entrepreneurship class a couple of years back, and a couple of them became entrepreneurs. One of them was Akash, uh, and he uh, and initially he started with ACC Cement in Mumbai as a job, and then after a year he left and he started his own business, and he has done a number of businesses. And finally, I went back to Niti in 2017 when I was just before the ICO, when I was okay. There's Akash. So I went back to Niti in 2017, and then he came back again, and I told him about what's going on in the Bitcoin world, and he said he wants to observe more, which is the right thing to do. And then he started again, and this time 2021, he on his own he figured out his NFT is the place he wants to go in, and that's the way he's building his skills. So yeah, so Akash is back. Yes, Akash, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I have joined via the desktop also. I think it is still getting me in. So I will just
Okay.
continue. So yes, no, it is painful. No, when you miss out on something, no, which like comes to So I didn't find Bitcoin. Actually, Bitcoin found me. Through Rohit, and I felt like you can say. I mean, you don't know. It's like missing out on a lottery because I didn't put like any effort, because Bitcoin came to me. Okay, so I am live on desktop
Yeah,
The
also.
laptop. So you
you
can
are
take the
recording from
desktop and
desktop
show
also.
people.
Yeah, so what I will do is I will switch off my desktop video.
Yes.
Okay, but if anything has to be shared on screen, I will share it via the desktop, and from mobile I will speak because it is easier. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So one thing is, so Bitcoin came to me. I didn't put any effort, and I didn't get the benefits also. Because I couldn't understand it, and actually I didn't put any effort also into understanding it. Though it may have taken some time, but I believe if you have a person who is like a kind of a mentor to you just trust them. Like this is like something from my experience I have learned. Like if you have a person who is like your well wisher, you can just trust them blindly, and like get started with them, even if you may not be able to like listen to them completely, you can at least go with a small amount, like putting 100 rupees or 1000 rupees in Bitcoin wouldn't have been difficult. But if you don't understand, like if you're not ready to learn technology, then it can be difficult. Like it would have required me to download an app or so, like at least some wallet, and where the transfer would have happened. But I think probably the biggest block or the toughest thing in the world is our own mind. Our own mindset is like the most rigid thing in the world. Not any mountain, rock, or any solid thing which you would have seen. It is our own mind. So I learned that we also have to be a bit flexible, in the world, to absorb new things, and that's what I learned. And I don't want to like stay behind, with the current shifts that are happening. Like as they say, wealth always changes hands. So earlier it was like we had paper money, then we had it going to the banks. From the banks now we have digital money after 2016. Those what happened in India. And after that, from money we are again moving into this blockchain technologies. I avoid using the word cryptocurrency because I think I find it like a bit a negative word. So I will use the word digital assets, virtual assets, or blockchain technology, or blockchain currencies. Okay. So that's also, even if you are like, I would say, if you are like, I don't know, if you're a Rockefeller, like you may not be able to build that kind of a wealth today. He built his wealth in oils, but today you oils or like banks, I don't know exactly, but he built his wealth, in those ancient things. But today, if you go into oil and all, you will have a lot of problems. You will have to raise capital, do all those things. But technology makes it much faster, for normal people also to build wealth, and on the internet. That so we had these internet companies coming up, 20 years back, Amazon and all that. So those who knew that those things would have invested in Google, Facebook. I was like very little then, so of course I can like excuse me for that particular thing. But for this time, if I don't catch up to my trend, then it is my mistake. Like I cannot blame anyone, because like I'm an adult, I understand like how things go up. And not just me, even if you're like an 18-year-old or 20-year-old college going kid, now you can also like at least get started with it with small money. And you can keep learning as well. Like I think Rohit would be also knowing people who are like college students and who would have got started well in cryptocurrencies. So there is no reason for us to stop in this particular thing. So what I will do is I will just share my cheetah. I will just require a minute. I will just do that.
Yes, and while you are sharing Cheetah, you can also tell people how do you see the price value and how do you set up MetaMask.
Okay, okay, sure. Okay, give me a minute.
Yeah. So NFT is a temporary raise right now, and at this point of time, a lot of people are interested about NFT, and Akash has taken lead on NFT, and he volunteered between Akash and Saket. They volunteered to have this session. We are so glad that they're doing it, and Akash has already made uh, 10 times a small micro investment that he made on NFT. Although only when the sale happens, only then you know whether the money is real or not. Uh, but right now, the minimum value he will show, the minimum value has gone up quite a bit on the
And
cheetah that
one
he
more
made.
thing, actually, one more thing, sir. Actually, this is a non-technical talk, so I have also prepared some non-technical questions for him because few of our
Yes.
viewers are expecting it from a non-technical view, and we are also
Okay.
going to track NFT token live. Is it a scam or not? Like, how do you find NFT? Is it a scam NFT or a genuine NFT?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen, no, and I will show it to you. Okay, just let me make it bright. Has my video? I think my video is not showing up. I think
Your video is showing up on you're on mute
it's
on your desktop, and your voice is coming from your mobile. So if you mute yourself on mobile and
so.
put
Can
yourself
you
on
see
desktop.
this?
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So can you see this, Rohit?
Yes. Yes. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
this
can just
is
hold it for some time. Yeah.
this is one of the cheetahs, no?
Yeah.
So I will just start again on my mobile. I'm more comfortable there.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is the one which I showed is one of the cheetahs which I got. No, I got three cheetahs, and those cheetahs cost me like around $300. No, and $50 was the gas fees. So gas fees is what you pay. Like a network charge. So there are this. People on the blockchain, no, they you call them the miners, and they get compensated, no, because they verify your transaction. So no need to like go into the technical details of this, but it's just you like pay like a transaction fee for using the network. And the Ethereum gas fees are high because a lot of people are using Ethereum now. So there are also projects launched, getting launched on Polygon network as well, no, which is of course of Sandeep's token which he has built on Ethereum. And other than that, you also have Solana, Avalanche. So these are also the marketplaces. Yeah, I will show the cheetah again. Yeah, I will just give me a minute. So you have these other marketplaces also coming up, no, like the Solana, Polygon, Avalanche, and there are other networks also. And yeah, I mean, you need to be aware of this because they can help you save gas fees as well. Though most of the projects are still launched on Ethereum, no, because like as Rohit also said me once, no, like the sun is bigger than the earth, no, like both of them came at the same time, because sun is bigger, no, as he said when I asked him like whether Ethereum or any other currencies will overtake Bitcoin. So he told me that Bitcoin came first, and Bitcoin is bigger and will be bigger, no. And yeah, that was great. No, to learn from Rohit. So Ethereum came first, and still it is no preferred network. People are paying crazy gas fees, no, like $100 or even more. So $100 would be like 7,500 or 8,000 rupees. For that is also the transaction fee. Other than that, you will have to pay the other fee as well, no, like 15,000, 20,000, or whatever be the value of your you know whatever be the value of the NFT that you are buying. So I will just show my cheetah once again, no. So I will just stop this. I will show it via here.
And Saket can take over from this because Saket has a list of questions for ordinary people. Okay, so I'll just go on the mute and Saket will
Can you
take over.
see
Yeah.
this
Yes.
cheetah?
The cheetah is live here.
Cheetah is live, na? Okay.
Yes, it is visible.
It is visible, na? Okay, so the cheetah is like, to say frankly, it is like just representation of the image, or a representation of what I'm holding. The in this case, the value is not much of the cheetah. No, like probably you would have heard of CryptoPunks, which was like one of the first NFTs, to be launched, and it got popular like last year only. Hardly like 10-11 months back. Last year March, they went popular, and they are popular because of some reasons. Like we had this question about NFT valuation. Though we will discuss that in later, but it represents like a historic moment. Like the shift is happening. On the blockchain, value is getting created. We have NFTs, which have multiple use cases. As I mentioned, I think in the WhatsApp group itself, I mentioned a few use cases. That it can be used as a access pass to a community, and it has other gaming applications also. And because of that historic moment, these CryptoPunks have value. Because again, they are the first of their kind, and as Rohit said, the first movers advantage, so they are big. Though yes, we also have the Bored Ape Yacht Club now currently taking up, and going ahead of CryptoPunks also. So this Bored Ape Yacht is also again like has its own viral component and one of the first NFTs, and they have a value of around $3 billion. So $3 billion in 8 months is like no internet company would have made $3 billion in its first 8 months, as far as I know. No, maybe there may be some exception probably, but I think that would be very rare. Even Amazon took 3 years to have a $1 billion valuation, and Facebook took 1 year. And that was also something by the capital they raised and the value which the angel investors give. I mean, there is some process for that, but here it is $3 billion of, you can say, like sales, or you can say $3 billion would be the value of all the NFTs combined. So like the wealth transfer is becoming faster. So earlier, if you had to transfer wealth, you had to like give the cash from one particular person to another. Like if you would have seen those Amitabh Bachchan movies, where he is like the don and he has the bag in his hand and he transfers the money. Of course, for some illegal activities it may be, but it used to take time to transfer money, right? But with blockchain technologies and NFTs, the wealth transfer is becoming faster. Like money is getting transferred faster from one person to another, and you will see like there are many people who will end up doing well in the NFTs world in the next one year or two. So the cheetah is like just an image, which mentions, and the NFT which I hold mentions that. Acha, heard Mr. Bachchan also raised NFT, right? Yeah. So Amitabh Bachchan also raised an NFT, where he took the poems of his father and he sold them as an NFT. And since it's Amitabh Bachchan, he has a big following. They got sold like for a big amount. Okay. Uh, so the cheetah is just an image. The image that necessarily doesn't have that much value in my case. I will tell you why I bought the cheetah. So I am also like an entrepreneur, who has been following people in entrepreneurship. And because of that, I know this person who builds a community of entrepreneurs, and he has guest speakers coming in every month or so. And that's why this would have value in the future, not just because of its image, but because of the access to the community. The cheetah, one cheetah gives me access to the basic community, and three cheetahs give me access to more to his live events also. So that gives the value to this NFT. It's not just a hype. At least the NFT which I have bought, it has a real utility. Like my brother once said, who was into domain names flipping and all. So he said, he had an e-commerce store. His domain was like 10 lakh rupees. After like a lot of years. So he said, domain names have a lot of value. Why don't you buy good domain names? See, Google.com has a valuation of like $1 billion. So you have to understand that it is not the domain name Google which has like $1 billion valuation. It is the company which they have built, the team they have built, the products they have launched, the hard work which they would have done, the marketing they would have done, which gave value to Google.com not just domain, to the entire company. So NFTs may not necessarily be a JPEG only. Yeah, you see the image, which of course creates some emotion in you. Like you see the monkey and you are like happy or laughing on that monkey and all. But there are JPEGs, like if you know about how can we identify new upcoming NFT communities like Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoComs, and what are, okay, I'm just reading one question. And what are some parameters that we can analyze and evaluate them? Yeah, I will tell you that also. Okay, so there are some calendars you can follow, right? So I will just try to put it up in the chat. No, so NFT cal.xyz. So I've sent one in the chat, and there is one more. Okay, so spelling of calendar, you can just check. No, it is DAR or DR, but it is this URL only. No, which would show you like some upcoming NFT projects. No, that is the one way which I'm tracking in. So, but still, like it is still a lot of information, no, which you will have to process as an individual. No, when you go onto these sites, it will tell you like some of the upcoming projects. No, what are getting minted. No, what airdrops are happening as well. And so what we were discussing about is like what gives NFT their value. So we'll discuss a few examples here. Okay, one of my favorite, as I said, is CryptoPunk, because it is the first of its kind, and even celebrities are buying it. So celebrities who purchase the CryptoPunk also give them its value. So celebrities are buying Bored Ape Yacht Club also, no? So that is getting higher and higher. The floor price is like already 100 Ethereum and more. So it is like minimum 1.5 crores you will have to shell out to buy that JPEG. But it is not just the JPEG, no? It is like the access to the community that you get. Plus, they may have some yacht party. I'm not sure if they have, but at least from the name, I may think, with the money they have collected, they may throw some parties. So you may end up meeting a celebrity if they happen to come at the party. So you are a part of a community, of successful people, because you may not be able to access them, if you're a normal person. But if you hold that NFT, you are part of that community, and you may be able to approach them, at least online, if not in person. Second, I know my favorite is VFriends. So most of you must be knowing Gary Vaynerchuk, right? I mean, you can just put it if you have heard of him in the chat or no. So accordingly, I will know, if you have heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, and accordingly, I can tell you. Okay. Okay, so I assume that probably you may not be knowing him. So Gary Vaynerchuk is like a successful business person, who built his own wine shop, in 2004, 2005, before that only. And then he got into social media marketing, and he had a net worth of $150 million before getting into NFT. So that is approximately, maybe more also. And he understands the social media better than most people in the world. Okay. So he was one of the first entrepreneurs to launch his NFT VFriends, by the name V. I will just put it in the chat, so that you will also know. Okay, so VFriends is his NFT. You can check it out, on OpenSea. Make sure you check the original VFriends, because like there are a lot of scams also, So someone may put V dash friends or V underscore friends, so this is also one topic which I may cover, if today, or if not today, maybe in some other session, if we can conduct it, so that you can also know more, because NFT purchasing is one thing. One more thing is the cyber security, or protecting your NFT assets, because it's still a new world. There are a lot of scams and other things which are going on. So you need to be very careful, about getting into any NFT which you want to purchase. So Gary Vaynerchuk got his own NFT. It's like a very simple images. If you can just see, I will just try to shoot on my PC also if possible. So he had just like some hand-drawn images, like of a fish or of any other animal which people bought. So it's not the image which gave the value to that NFT. It's the access to Gary Vaynerchuk's community. So suppose you have, for example, I'm taking just for example, so suppose you have Rohit Tripathi, who is like a successful entrepreneur. No, now, so I happened to meet him because I was in Niti. No, but not everyone may get the opportunity to meet Rohit Tripathi. Okay, so if you want to meet Rohit Tripathi, you will have to be a part of his community. Probably buy at least one of his NFTs which he is launching to have access to his WhatsApp group. One more NFT to attend his live event where he will answer your questions personally about business and helping you to succeed. And if you buy 3 NFTs, then you will get personal access to Mr. Rohit Tripathi, and he will answer your questions personally. He will help you to build your business personally. So don't you think an NFT, released by a person like Gary Vaynerchuk or, for example, Rohit Tripathi would have its value? Okay, you are thinking of proposing that to it. Yeah, definitely a possibility. I think it would get sold in our community itself only. So the NFT will have the value because of the person behind the NFT also. Sometimes it can be a celebrity value, but celebrity value may tank. It may go down because the celebrity may not be able to mentor you. Because I consider it may be a success due, which is irreplicable. Because if someone is a celebrity, he may not be able to teach you to be a celebrity, but an entrepreneur will almost always be able to teach you how to do a business. So NFT which is backed by an entrepreneur in this case would have a more value than NFT which is just built on hype or something like that which can go up and down. But an NFT launched by Gary Vaynerchuk has a value. It was launched for 0.5 Ethereum, somewhere around that. Today its value is around 12 Ethereum. So how much it has grown. It has grown 10 24 times, if I can get it correct. Yes, I think 24 times it has grown. So like if you would have just put 1 lakh of your rupees, it would have a value of 24 lakhs. You put 4 lakh rupees and its value would be 96 lakhs, so close to a crore. Right. So NFTs is so I also invested in stock market earlier, and in stock market, if the gains are like not very high. The gains which you would find in stock market, if you do it in cash, I'm not talking about derivatives, option and future, that's a different thing, but your returns will be 15, 20, max 25%. If you are lucky, if you invested during COVID when the market was down, max 50, 55%. No, mostly more than that you won't get. And that was also an exceptional case. Mostly you may not be able to get it every time, without risk. If you invest in penny stocks, again, it has its own risks and all. You may lose all your money. So when I saw that when with Bitcoin people are making so much money, that was in 2017. It is possible that it can happen with you only if you keep an open mind. You are ready to learn about these new things. Like there are people, like I was in the past. Though I am from an IT background, IT engineering, but it's like I didn't get much into tech, because my MBA was in operations, so I forgot my tech part also. And people are like not comfortable with technology. They're comfortable probably using Facebook, WhatsApp and all, but if they have to register a MetaMask, it may be difficult for them, which I agree. So what you can do is you can use YouTube videos as well. If you find that also difficult, you can just reach out to a friend. Like you are all from RanchiMall community, so you would have access to people like Rohit, Sanket. Then you have other people also, who are working with Rohit, and they can help you to set up any account which you want. I think you would have, of course, set up for a crypto, Binance, Resurrection. But for MetaMask, what is a ledger, how to connect ledger with MetaMask. These all things can be done for if you can just ask for help. And once these things are set up, it's like okay, Rohit, let's create an RMT account on MetaMask and raise funds and buy it. Okay, someone has just written some message here. I'm reading it for Ireland. Okay, fine. So if you can learn, and these things are like a one time thing, it's not like a customer. Like if you're in business, you may have to find customers again and again and again, and it takes a lot of time to find a customer, keep a customer happy, and keep the capital rolling in. But for this particular thing, once you set up a MetaMask, you understand its security, how to keep it secure, then you don't have to do anything else, at least till the next technology comes, which we, of course, is a different thing. But for the timing, you can be happy that at least for a few years still there is no advanced technology coming in. This would be good enough for this setup and all this cyber security. And once you know how to transfer funds from one Ethereum wallet to another, or one Bitcoin to another Bitcoin wallet, you can buy any digital virtual good. You can buy a land in metaverse as well. Achha, we have created one more technology. Yes, I know of it. It is like the flow. Yeah, Rohit is saying that, correct. Yeah, that's true. But I am not very sure. We will talk it later, of course. No, if it can directly help you to buy an NFT. If yes, then great. But if not, then you will need some wallet. Like something like a MetaMask or a Trust wallet or Binance Smart Chain, something which is accepted by the websites also. So the websites which give you the NFT also have their own things that you need this wallet, you need a MetaMask wallet. After that, you will be able to buy that crypto or NFT in your wallet. So MetaMask is nothing but, you can say like, your okay, currently you need wallets, but RanchiMall is walletless. Okay, cool. So yeah, of course, that's great. No, you have innovation always. It can help you, because I also wanted to have do not have a ledger, because that ledger, I will just show you also. So this is how it looks like. This is the ledger, you can see.
Wow.
Yeah, and I will just show you how it looks like. So it looks like this, and you have to open it like this. I mean, some of you may already have it good, but if you don't have it, you can just see. So this is how the ledger looks like. The data comes here. You can see the data when it is connected to a laptop. At least for the wallet which I have, that is the Nano Ledger S. You have Nano Ledger X also, which is like a higher version of that. And I didn't want to use this. You know why? Because with hardware there is always a risk, no risk of getting damaged, or theft. If it is theft also, you can still recover your funds as long as you know the 12 keyword phrase. But if you have something which is very secured, no, online, though actually online also many things are not secured, no, because the way technology has gone, like almost anything online can be hacked. You would have heard about websites of big companies getting hacked. So I didn't want anything, to have on hardware also, but even again on software, it has to be like very well secured. Like probably we have this blockchain solution, which Rohit just mentioned, and that can be great. So yes, MetaMask is difficult for public to understand, but if you just have the right mentor, I mean, it can be done for you. It's like you don't have to pass your exams on your own. Like a school teaches us this wrong mentality, that you cannot copy people. But I say in the investing world and in the business world, in the investing, of course, you can directly copy someone's strategy. Like if you're in stocks, you can buy stocks which Warren Buffett is buying after doing your research, of course, and at a low price point. Because that will give you a profit. But no one is stopping you to buy what Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is buying. If that suits you, or any other person. So you can just copy or
And
get it done
also
for you.
there's a problem with MetaMask. There's a very big problem with MetaMask, and you have to be very, very
Yes.
aware of it. MetaMask
Go on.
is, yeah. So MetaMask,
Yeah, you can share that.
if you were to click, people can airdrop NFT on your MetaMask, okay, for free. And if they airdrop NFT on your MetaMask, so when you launch your browser extension and you see the MetaMask, you will see the NFT appearing free of cost. And sometimes some of them are scam, okay, so, and sometimes they are porn, okay, porn images. So you would want to delete it. If you press the
Yes.
delete, because MetaMask has delete, if you press the delete, it will steal all your funds from MetaMask. So never delete in MetaMask, always hide. So it's a very important precaution because MetaMask is a program. It's a self-executing program. All smart contracts, all blockchain, the way that the blockchain is done today, they are self-executing program. Every image, every NFT, it's a self-executing program. And if someone gives you, let's say, a free NFT token, and or even maybe a, let's say, a pawn image free of cost on your MetaMask, and say we're doing an airdrop, the moment you press delete, it will execute their code, and some of those code can steal all your money and funds from your MetaMask. So be very careful
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
pressing
Yes.
delete.
Yes.
Always do hide. So the rule in MetaMask is hide, never delete.
Yes. Yes. So correct. No, what Rohit mentioned here is very correct. No, like MetaMask again is like a technology, and as I said, like at this point, like any technology in some way or the other can be hackable. No, like of course I am not didn't get much into the details of Bitcoin, but it is a strong technology in itself. No, but anything which is on the internet, no, like a web browser or anything which is centralized, no, can be hacked. No, because even there are extensions, like anyone who understands the software, the cyber security part, hacking part, would be able to understand these things in a lot of detail. So yes, someone can airdrop any scam NFT on your PC, and which you should not touch, basically, because if you touch it, it can like create any code of its own, and it will send. Okay, that's exactly the reason I'm saying, Rohit, that RMT can make investing easy. Yeah, RanchiMall token can, yes, make investing definitely easier. No? That's true. So if you can, of course, do it via the software technology which Rohit has built on the blockchain, I would say that would be ideal, no, because you don't have to face any dangers of the hardware wallet. Plus you escape the MetaMask thing also, no, because MetaMask doesn't have any two-factor authentication also, no. So two-factor authentication gives some additional security, which would help you, from hacking and all. Because if anyone or guesses your 12 word phrase, they can retrieve your funds as well, and then they can send the funds to anyone else also. So yes, there you can say there are concerns, and of course there are problems, for entrepreneurs to solve as well in this field. But for the timing, you can just I can just tell you that you if you are serious about it, even I'm considering that. I recently only came to know that you can buy and Akash can head the investment decision. We have to, okay, happy. I will always be happy to help, Rohit and team. Uh, so you can buy a cheap laptop. No, it need not be an Apple laptop or anything like that. You can buy a new small cheap laptop which you use only for this buying NFTs. You use a Brave browser, and you, of course, you currently, though, there is no option for you can say a wallet. You either has to use MetaMask or any other wallet, which so if you use at least one PC, it doesn't have any other softwares, and all to track your data. No, you're not logging into any other website, so no cookies are stored on your PC or in the browser. So you add some more factor of safety if you are serious into it, and if you buy a small new laptop, you can do that. So that can be one precaution, but don't do it now. Probably once you start buying some NFTs and those NFTs increase in value, like you can say 5, 10 times or 50 times. So that's when you would have to protect your funds, and so you can spend around, like, I don't know, 15, 20,000 or even less than that to get a small new laptop. And that I see is one of the best solutions currently, because people would not want to get into the technicalities of this cyber security or no. So the best thing you can do is, of course, browser. Okay, so I will type it here. So it is like very similar to Google Chrome. Okay, so I put it in the chat. No, the name is Brave browser. No, so it is very similar to Chrome, but it is something which is safer from ads. So they won't track you the way Google tracks you, or Facebook tracks you. So their cookies are very strong. If you log into Facebook, their cookies are active even when you visit some other website. So for example, I will tell you, if I go to Facebook and I click on a particular ad or something. No, not even an ad. I go to a website. I will just have to make up an example now. No, like. Uh, Okay, GaryVaynerchuk.com. Okay, so Gary Vaynerchuk is selling his new book. No, he's launching his new book, and you just go to his website. You don't buy it. No, because you are just a first time visitor to Gary Vaynerchuk. You don't buy his book. You come to Facebook. Facebook will target you an ad. Which is of course made by Gary only. That why didn't you buy his book and all that? No, I mean they are like very smart marketers. So this Facebook keeps on tracking you where you visit and all also. No, and now you have of course Amazon Alexa also, so these things are like not very secure for us. So in that way I have heard Apple has come up with a good feature that on their iPhones they have some limited tracking, so ads won't target those iPhone users. So I heard about that particular thing. Tor browser, yes, Tor browser mostly is used to surf the dark web. Like that's what I heard earlier. I heard it in 2018 that you use Tor browser to log in, to these websites. Hackers use that. I also have it on my PC. Yeah, I have Tor browser as well, you can say. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't used it as well, but I have just kept it on my PC, because that is also like another additional feature. And I also use a VPN. So VPN is something. Of course, if you use Tor browser, you may not require a VPN. But if you don't use a Tor browser, you may have to use a VPN. So VPN is something which will hide your IP address. So if someone tracks your activity online, they will not be able to reach out to you. I mean, a normal person won't be able to. Maybe someone, it would need a advanced, you can say advanced cyber criminal. But which brand you would recommend? So brand, which particular brand, like for a VPN? Okay, so I am using currently Surfshark. So I earlier used like 3 VPNs, and they didn't help me a lot. But you can go for any specific VPN. Like VPN Unlimited is also good. So I will just put it VPN. So VPN Unlimited is also good because you have a one-time fee. You if you go to a link, I will share that link also later, on the WhatsApp group. So it's a one-time fee you can pay for VPN Unlimited, and maybe other VPNs if you use, they have a monthly fee, which of course many people don't like. So otherwise you can go for Surfshark, or you have NordVPN also, but that is also again a subscription only. So these are few of the cyber security features, which you will have to be careful about. Okay. Uh, okay, coming back to the topic which we were discussing, like what we're giving values to the NFTs. So as I mentioned, one is like access to a community. So in future, if you have to, in past, if you have to access a community, you had to pay people. What would you do in case your alternative device gets hacked or infected with any malicious software? So alternative device, what do you mean by that? You mean the ledger? Or any or MetaMask or any other particular thing. So accordingly, I will be able to answer you. So which device you were talking about? Okay, fine. If you get another laptop for your work and that gets infected, so what you can do is so of course there is no clear answer, but you can take the best possible steps, like using a Linux operating system probably. So from what I know, Microsoft Windows is the one which for which viruses mostly we can take home on voice call, unmute yourself and
Yeah, I'm
ask
just
questions.
telling him like he can unmute and directly ask.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he's asking a
you
lot of
can
questions. So
unmute
yeah,
also. If the host can allow him to unmute, they can unmute and also ask their question. That
no,
is
they
also
can
fine.
ask. Yeah, they can ask to unmute.
Yeah, fine. So yes, there is no clear answer I may be able to give, but if you want to secure a laptop, one option which I can say is you can use a non-Windows operating system, no, like probably a Linux or something, no, which may provide some more, no, you can say safety compared to a Windows operating system. And as you someone mentioned, a Tor browser can be good, though I myself haven't used it. I use Brave browser. No, so they I have to log off. Okay, suggest something from RM side. Okay. Okay, fine. So yeah, that's what I know I can suggest for the timing, and I also will keep on reading and updating myself. Know that how you can protect your funds. You know, the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, I think you can already protect it via, I think, Rohit's solution. No, which I think they have built. No, I think it's a wonderful way, no, to protect your assets without a digital wallet or without a MetaMask or something. So I think people would already be doing it for cryptocurrency. For NFTs, also it may be done by that, but I think the purchase of the cryptocurrency has to be done by a wallet, no, like a MetaMask, or it will be done by a MetaMask only. And from MetaMask, maybe then you can transfer your funds to that. Know the solution which you have built. So is it possible, Rohit? If you can just share that we can transfer NFTs also to your solution.
So I will, if you give 2 minutes, RanchiMall has created its own NFT solution, and that basically the way it is different is, first, you don't need a wallet. Second, in our NFT solution, it is very easy to add NFTs to a package. And what RanchiMall would do is to share gain of NFTs through an economic system to all the participants. So currently, if you buy one cheetah, as Akash has purchased one cheetah, then Akash is getting price appreciation of only one cheetah. But in our solution, if you have a cheetah and you have a Bored Ape Yacht Club, you would get the benefit of both of them, and everyone will basically see only one price. And as NFT keeps on adding, the value being added on NFT has to be higher than per unit value already existing in system. So you would gain money uh, automatically through the economic system every time an NFT becomes successful. Okay, so that's our solution. So what we think, what economically, if you see, every NFT is separate, and which fragments the market. So imagine 10 years from now, you would have 10 billion NFTs. In 10 billion NFT, just one NFT becoming extremely high priced, that is possible. But having more than 100 NFTs being extremely high priced, that is very difficult. And
Yeah.
so today we have cypherpunks and Board Yacht Club, those NFTs that have really become big. But most of the NFTs will actually struggle after a point of time. But if you can create a economic system through all of those NFT having a single price, then that would have a much more sustainable trajectory of prices. So that is our solution. But right now, Ranchi Mall, as you know, still work on technology finalization. Technology is still not finalized, so we are fully 100% on that work. And once the technology is fully finalized, then we'll start coming up with our offerings. And our offering is geared for ordinary people. We have tried to make sure that we reduce the technology to the point that an average person can access it, which is not the
Yes.
case today. And the
Yeah.
second problem today is by default, all the cryptocurrencies are extremely from security point of view. An ordinary person cannot handle security because they can easily be hacked. And what we are telling people, that if you can keep your private key safe enough, that's all we are asking for the people. Write your private key like a password and keep it safe enough. If you can do that one thing, just one thing, keep your
Just one
private key
thing. Yeah.
safe enough, then you can keep. Then there's no other security risk. The rest of which we can take care of it. Okay, so that's our solution. That's how we are coming up. But all the present NFTs, they won't work in our system. We are in blockchain. Every time a radical new system comes, it has to be from new. Just like when an iPhone came, then an iPhone, you could not import your contacts from your old Nokia phone into iPhone. You had to start from scratch. So it's the same thing in our case. When we start our solution, it has to be from scratch.
Okay.
But we
So
know the
great.
principles. We have learned the principles, looking at what others are doing, and we are trying to optimize it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So yeah, that's what I think the world requires, like some unique solutions, like how RanchiMall has been doing, with the flow concept and this new thing which I heard for NFT as well, that's awesome, you know. So that would like provide more security, to the tokens which we buy, to the NFTs which we buy, and so that would be like great, to have that as well. Yeah. So yeah, what would give NFTs the values? One, as I said, would be an access to a successful person, no? Because you don't have to pay them a membership, a yearly membership. As long as you hold the NFT, they will tell you like what kind of access you have. As long as you have the NFT, you will have the access to that particular community. If you sell your NFT, like if I sell my cheetah, I won't have access to that community, where you have like some successful guest speakers, from whom you can learn. So I don't plan to sell my cheetah, at least for the next 1 or 2 years minimum. So maybe at that point of time, I may expect like some more gain with that cheetah which I have bought. One more application would be like the gaming. So you would be knowing the games. You have Fortnite, and there are many games currently which till now there was no way you would earn any money from playing a game, and even the company wouldn't gain any benefit after selling you, that initial game or something like that. But because of NFTs and this possible concept of a metaverse, which also we will talk about, the NFTs have found their application in games. Like suppose you buy, for an example, I'm just making this up. You buy a sword or something, and that sword can be used in a game. Like there are many games out there. I know Fortnite, because I've heard of it. Can figure out which NFTs will win. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I can help to some extent in that, which NFTs can win. Though I think the big NFTs you already know, they are like the BAYC and the CryptoPunks. But I can somewhat help, at least to know which NFTs will. So you can of course see like there are a lot of apes coming out. Like after the BAYC, you see this ape, that ape, Meta ape, Hype ape, XYZ ape, and you combine the value of all those apes, they won't make it anywhere close to $3 billion. So like as they said, the first movers advantage and a good genuine project. This Bode Pyaj Club will be like the best ape project that we have. Any other ape you try to eliminate, no, it won't reach that particular status. No, that is what I understand. No, unless like you do something out of the way, it won't on its own go to that particular level. So gaming NFTs have their use. So if a player wants to upgrade, like he is playing a game, and he has to do certain activities, like capturing other players, or something like that. My phone charger is just down. I will just put it to recharge. Yeah. Yeah. So if a player wants to upgrade, or buy a weapon or something, so he will have to pay in that particular currency, it may be Polygon or Ethereum, and you can sell your sword. So you have played your game, and of course you are going for a vacation or something. Of course you have made your money in cryptocurrency, and because you just don't want to play games. You want to enjoy the final things of life also. So what you can do is you can. You have won that sword, either by the game or by buying it, and then you sell it to another player. So the other player will buy that sword and pay you in the cryptocurrency, like the blockchain currency, like Ethereum or something, and you can cash that currency as well. So until now that feature was not there, in the centralized game that we used to see till now. So the gaming also has its own applications, and this particular avatar, which I heard, it can be used in metaverse also, like the 3D NFTs which are seeing, which can be a possible avatar, which will be there in the metaverse. So I would suggest you can watch a movie, which I watched, which helped me to understand this concept. I'm just typing it in the chat. Yeah. So Ready Player One is the name of the movie, which can help you to understand how the concept of gaming metaverse is. How did you find and select the cheetah NFT? What made you buy it? Okay, so yes, that's a great question. How did I select the cheetah NFT? So what matters is your circle, no? They say your network is your net worth, no? And that's why you should be a part of people and communities, who want to succeed in life. So I am a part of this person's, you can say Facebook, or I follow him on Twitter. Also, I've started following him, but earlier I was on Facebook. I read his book. No, so I will just see if I can show it to you about him. Yeah, so this guy, just put it on his Facebook chat that if you want to learn crypto, you can join my Telegram group or something like that. So, and he put a very time limited link, that you have to join in the next 1 hour or so. So I was just hoping that I should join this group, because this guy is like my very young guy, you can say around like 33, some 34, and he is like a multimillionaire, because like he in his youth only found out that he has to live on his own terms and all that, and he's written a book, by which he's an influencer. I will also share his name as well. So if I have to share about the project which I bought, it is this one. You can see this coalition crew. Okay, so this is the project, which he launched. And I know, if you want to really simplify NFT selection, now you can just go to three things. One is the people. You can say the founder, the team, and the utility. So in this case, for example, I can always invest on an entrepreneur. So for example, I know Rohit Tripathi is coming out with a project. I know he is like a great founder, a great person, with a success of his own. In the past he has achieved success. Of course, he's a Niti alumni as well. Then he also would have a wonderful team. He would know how to select the right team members also. And third would be the utility, what usefulness the project gives. So this project which I invested in is a community of entrepreneurs, who help each other. So, and there are also guest speakers, like successful YouTubers, successful people in blockchain, NFTs, who come and like give their own ideas and knowledge. So these people may not be accessible to you on your own, easily, unless you find any way to contact them. That's a different thing. But by being a part of a community like this, you have access to similar people, who want to be successful, want to reach the next level. So I joined this Telegram group. I got some tips for which cryptocurrencies or which blockchain currencies you can buy. And after that, I came to know they're launching their NFT also. So I knew Gary Vaynerchuk launched a very successful NFT, and this person is also in some way similar or connected to Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary Vaynerchuk's NFT has gone like around 24 times, and this person's NFT at that time I didn't know how it will do, but luckily for me, it has done 10 times more, and I expect it to do more, a few more times also, in the next 6 months to 1 year and all. And I don't plan to sell it, because it would have its own benefits, like an airdrop, or for example, in 6 months or 1 year, he may give me some additional cheetah of another of his collection. So this collection has only 1,000 cheetahs. I will also share with you the link, if possible. Just give me a moment. Yeah, so I'm sharing with you the one which I bought. Okay, so that's how I got into this project, because you can always bet on the people, right? You may not be able to bet on the hype. The hype can go up, the hype can come down also. But if you bet on the right people, people who have success in building companies, success of being an entrepreneur, you will always be right. Like you can bet on Gary Vaynerchuk, a successful person, knows about social media, and he has taken NFT game to another level. So these three things, if you can find out, the founder, his team, and the utility. In fact, basically the founder or the team itself is enough, because the utility factor will be there. So if these three things are there, the project will do well 80 to 90% of the times. No, then other than these three things, the fourth thing probably you can see is like the roadmap, like what more things they want to add, like what is their path, where they want to go in the next 1 year, in the next 6 months or so. So one thing which I also found out is like they if you have a person with a car, I don't know how can put it, like if he's in a Titanic also, and if he's the captain, he can move the Titanic, slowly surely. So if you have a person like that, driving a project, he can change the direction of the project also, like. So this project was also listing at a very low price, in between like 0.33 0.35 Ethereum. But then he comes out and says that you won't get any benefits of the project, if you list your NFT on OpenSea for zero point 0.5 Ethereum. So that's how he incentivizes people to value the NFT as well. No? And so no one is now willing to sell it below 1 Ethereum. No? Of course, it needs to have buyers when you can sell it below 1 Ethereum. But with the value that the community can add to you, you don't need to sell it immediately. You can hold it for the long term, where the gains can be like 20, 30, 50 times also, rather than just 5 or 10 times, which is a short-term mentality as well. But fine, I know people can do well with short-term flips also, but then it is something like a full-time work. It becomes, like you have to keep finding projects, getting a whitelist for that. So whitelist is like someone who is allowed to mint before the public sale, before it is allowed for public to buy the NFT. The NFT is given for a short few people, who are part of the community and who have whitelisted their address with the founders, with the website. And it becomes a lot of stressful work also, because I believe people don't just have NFTs in their life. They would probably have their own work. They need to like sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours, then hang out with their friends. So you would be having probably a family, parents, or a lot of things. So NFT is one thing which of course you should be passionate about, but I believe you would require at max five good projects or three good projects. So one thing I feel is why didn't I invest more in this cheetah? Because the cheetahs have gone up in value, and they had two collections. One is the one which I shared with you. Second is the second part. The link which I will share with you just now. Yeah, so this is the link of their second project. Yeah. So in the first project, they had like 1,000 cheetahs. In the second project, they had like 4,000 cheetahs. So I estimated that 1,000 cheetahs will be more valuable than 4,000 cheetahs, because they would be more unique. Like this also depends on the supply and demand part. If you have like, I don't know, 1 lakh cheetahs or so, they may not be so much valuable, but because they are limited and they give you access to a successful entrepreneur in this community, they are valuable on their own. So in the first launch, which they did in first week, 4th of December 2021, they allowed us only to mint 3 NFTs per wallet, and you have to whitelist a wallet also. So I whitelisted only one wallet and I got 3 cheetahs. And then on 26th January this year, they had like another sale of the 4,000 cheetahs as well. And it was like for a low price, 0.09 Ethereum, which would be like close to $300 or less, not 250. So that would be like 20,000 rupees max. I know it may be a big amount if for some people, if probably a college going student or something like that. But don't worry, you can always get started with some currencies, blockchain currencies, and they build up your capital slowly to get into these projects, because these projects would cost you some money as well, because 0.08 or 0.1 Ethereum is like a new low barrier, because many projects are getting launched at a price above that only. My strategy is I don't go for projects which are getting launched at a very high price, because they can put you at a risk, because in NFTs there is one thing, it's the royalty which the founder or the seller, you can say the owner of the project gets for every transaction. So suppose For example, RanchiMall has its own NFT, and they sell their NFT to people like for some rupees. For example, 10,000 rupees is the launch price. I'm not talking in Ethereum price, but simplification, 10,000 rupees. And then the founders add value to the community, and so no one is ready to sell their NFTs now. So the price, they will start listing it at higher price, 15,000, 20,000, maybe 51 lakh or so. Because value is intangible. You cannot just say it has 10,000 is your buy price, you have to sell it at 20,000. Not necessary, because value is different and price is different. Price is what you pay and value is what you get. And value is mostly intangible. Because the most biggest value which I have found is like the right knowledge and the right association. So in that way, no, you may not be able to exactly value what a cheetah or NFT would be, but you can just say that in the long term, it will have a more value, as NFT adoption gets increased. So to tell you the statistics on about crypto, this blockchain currencies, there are like 60 million users only on this crypto.com or coinbase.com. These are the top exchanges. On these exchanges, 60 million, 6 crore people are registered. But if you see for NFTs, very few people are yet into NFTs. This figure was like around 5 lakh only. So 5 lakh would be like close to 1% of 6 crore approximately. Now this figure would have gone close to double of that, 10 lakh. So only 10 lakh people have registered their accounts on OpenSea currently. So like if you study, if you do your research well and buy the right NFTs, the potential will be high, because as new people get into these NFTs, they would know that these projects are not getting launched again. And if they want to be a part of the community, they will pay you the high prices. I will tell you why they will pay you the high prices as well. Okay. So most of the people buying the and okay, any questions if you have, you can just no put it. No, I don't want it only to be a one-way interaction. You can ask your questions as well. Okay. So most of the people buying NFTs are the ones who have made their money in the blockchain currencies, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, like maybe of course like someone like Rohit also, who got early into Bitcoin. So these people would have made like, I don't know, 150, 100 or maybe multiple times of money on their initial investment. Like 10,000 has become like 10 crore, for in some I don't know, 7-8 years. So if they have made this money now, they won't necessarily hesitate a lot to buy your NFT, like for 10 lakh, because for example, he has made 10 crores in cryptocurrency. He knows this NFT will be valued higher. Like Gary Vaynerchuk's NFT is going for 30 lakhs now. It launched for like very little, I would say like for close to 1.2 lakhs. It is today for 30 lakhs. So if a person has made his money in Bitcoin or Ethereum, it's not his, as they say, hard-earned money, like, money made by sweat and tears. It is money made passively. If you do it in a business, consulting or a job, you won't put that kind of money, in probably in an NFT. But if you have made this money in cryptocurrencies, you may put some of your money in buying these NFTs at a higher price. So that can explain why some of these NFT valuations are going high. So if someone is buying a crypto punk, it is Paris Hilton or Justin Bieber. So their money, I mean, no offense here, but how do they get their money? Just by doing media appearances or by doing advertisement. So they make money, I would say in a smart way, but not in the not over 10 years. So they buy a crypto punk for 1.5 lakh rupee, 1.5 crore rupees, and they can make 1.5 crore rupees very easily, because they're like celebrities, or like someone may be like a very successful businessman, who doesn't work in his business works for him. Like for example, I'm saying, you have Bill Gates. He doesn't work in his business works for him now. So he gets money, probably when he is watching TV or something like that. So some of these people can buy these assets, but maybe to keep up with the trend, like they say, to keep up with the Joneses, कि मेरे बाजू वाला मेरे से आगे नहीं जाना चाहिए, they say that, कि ये आगे जा रहा है, ये MBA कर रहा है, मैंने बस engineering किया, I also want to do an MBA. So we humans have this trait, that we should be better, and winning in life, and keep up with the trend also. And people also like to show off some of I don't show off my cheetah because like it's a simple cheetah actually, but of course it has its own value. But people like to show off their Bored Ape or crypto punks, to show that they are like cool people. They can afford this NFT, and they also understand this new technology also, which most of the world doesn't understand. So these are like, of course, some intangible things, which I mentioned, other than being a part of community or gaming. And of course, value can be intangible also. It's not necessary that value has to be tangible. I will explain you why. You would have heard of the painting Mona Lisa as well. Uh, like, if you have heard, you can just put it in the chat. And if you can tell me how much it is valued for today, Mona Lisa painting, anyone? Yes. Anyone, how much it's valued for? Okay. So I will tell you. The last time I heard its value is like $850 million. No. So now how can you explain? No, like a particular company's value is not $850 million. No, you can see a lot of companies going for a value less than that. But how come this Mona Lisa has value more than most of the companies? Because sometimes value can be very intangible also. It's a painting, and painting can are investments of the rich and the super rich people. Like some of them, not all, I would say. Yeah, it's $860 million. Yeah, its price has increased also. Yeah. And how does this Mona Lisa make you money? Like there are many people who visit the museum or the art gallery, where Mona Lisa is kept, and they pay the fees, to visit that museum, particular museum, in France or any country where it is in. And this Mona Lisa fetches them like around 100 to $150 million a year, because people come to see that painting. It's, you can say, it's like the Taj Mahal also, like it's a wonder of the world. So Mona Lisa is also painting which is like a you can say like a very viral kind of a painting. People know about Mona Lisa more than any of Da Vinci's paintings. Though he had other paintings also which were better than him, but this just got marketed more, or shared more. People like came to know about it more due to some story behind it. And that's how it is. Like a value of a thing is also known by its network, or by its marketing. Like a painting which Mona Lisa which we make at home won't have any value of its own. Even if we make something similar to Mona Lisa, any Mona Lisa will be duplicate now. It has its original one, and the other ones which we make are duplicates one. And NFT has its own value, because in the blockchain all the information is stored. If you go on OpenSea, I will just see if I can show that to you also. So if you go on OpenSea website, and you click on any NFT, be it a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk, it will also show you who minted this NFT, what is the origin of this NFT. So you can always come to know whether it's a fake one or an original one. And for a art like Mona Lisa, you would need an expert. No, you will have to call an expert, pay him, not him, multiple experts. No, one can fool you also sometimes. And then you will come to know whether that painting is original or not. Then you decide whether you want to pay 850. If you are a billionaire, then you may decide to pay $850 million for this painting or so. And then you will get that painting. That painting has to be transferred to you physically as well. You will have to transport it via some logistics, aeroplane or something. But an NFT will be sent to you instantly, like digitally. Once you have paid the fees and the network fees, the transfer of wealth happens immediately, like quickly. As I said earlier, like wealth changes hands, and they say that what constitutes money changes. Like earlier, something may have. No, I will tell you of example. How a person can lose wealth quickly. Just something which I thought of. Suppose I'm like a very rich person. And I have made my money in suppose I'm like a what a politician or something, for example, and I have made my money in like notes, like there are some big notes, like 1,000 rupee notes and all, like all cash is sitting in my house. No, and I want to take a vacation, no, for 2 months, no, because I've worked very hard in my life and I'm traveling the world. I don't want anyone to disturb me. I will switch off my mobile phone, email. I'll travel the world with my wife or girlfriend or whoever. I travel the world. I come back after 2 months, and it's December 2016. Okay, so in December 2016, if you know, those 1,000 rupee notes got banned. Okay, and I have kept most of my money in my house in 1,000 rupees note, no, because I think like I have made it in life. And then I see this one, no one is now ready to exchange because that timeline has also gone, to exchange these 1,000 rupee notes. And now I'm like, uh, nothing. I'm nobody now, no, because I have no money. This money has no value. So I believe even if you're a successful person, no, in today's world, you will still have to be active, no, probably even understand technology, no, even if you have a successful brick and mortar business, you cannot ignore the internet, no, like digital money, how to use apps. No, now I think everyone probably uses Google Pay, but at one time it was not possible. So you will also have a day, like when things get simplified, as RanchiMall is doing, they want to simplify blockchain for every common person, so that this technology reaches to each and every possible person, in India or in the world, and they can buy this, have access to this very easily, in the click of a button. Okay, so as I said, Mona Lisa has its own value and it's intangible also. No, paintings or art also have a value of their own. No, it's based on few factors. No, like one is the scarcity, the other is the demand for it. Third would be the quality of art. Fourth would be the reputation of the painter, no, or the artist. No, so like if you have a big artist, no, his paintings go for like millions. No, you can just check, no, the or you can say the most expensive paintings or artwork in the world, and you will find some examples. No, it's not something exceptional, but it just has a story behind it. No, like probably something he the painter would artist would sell some emotion in it. No, and there is some rich person who vibes with that emotion, and he probably wants to invest in it. So that's how these paintings or art, which we don't understand, but people buy these things, which may not have any tangible value. But as I said, the intangible world is sometimes bigger than the tangible world. Like if you see the code which Bill Gates would have written, that's also it's tangible. You can see that, but you cannot touch it. No, even if you see a website, it is intangible. You cannot touch your website. No, you can touch your screen on the computer. No, your hardware, yes, you can touch your PC, but the value of your PC is like some, I don't know, 20-25,000, but the value of your website where customers are visiting can be way more than that. No? So that's why the intangible world can have a very high value, than a tangible world. No? And we are slowly moving into the world of virtual economies, where we can have own a land in a metaverse, or own a real estate or something like that. No, so there is one book which I would like to share with you. No, I will just share. Okay, maybe I will have to check the author of that book, but there is a book written in 2014. No, published in 2014. Okay, so around 8 years back, this book was published, and they have explained, how the concept of a virtual economy is, so that people will own virtual goods also. Of course, the physical world has its own value. Like a house which you own in on Earth has its value, but then a house or any there are, you would have seen a Rolex watches, or something like that. They also have their own value, but you would have seen there are some watches which have more value on the NFTs also, which is a little difficult to understand, but there are buyers for that as well. So you can have value for a NFT as a membership, as a gaming token, as an intangible good, then as an artwork. If it's an exceptional artwork, it has a story of its own. Your art can have a different value. If you you would have also read about the tweet, which Jack Dorsey put. So it is not even an art; it is just a collectible. Like you can collect it. So that also went for like some $1 million. Because like you can say it's a first of its own, and the person behind it is also like a very successful person. So if you have something like that, and you have a following, or as I say, marketing, then you can sell that tweet also for like a big amount. So this is how people like can create a value of its own. So I mean, this is what I could not discuss in today's meet. Like I'm not sure how much time we have. We have
Right,
already
right.
like
I was going to
taken
say
1
actually,
hour.
I have
Yeah, we
scheduled
have
this
taken
meeting
1.5
for
hours. Maybe. Yeah, go on, go on.
for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I had scheduled this meeting, and I think around 15 to 20 minutes we have left now.
Yeah, so you can like talk, or you have any questions, you can ask. No, anything is
Yeah.
required. Maybe this month, next month, if anything else is required. But now select something from your side also. Like any questions
Sure.
you have. Yeah.
Yes. So I had already shared some questions to you. So I think you have discussed everything without
Most
asking
of
me
them
those questions. So
yeah.
yeah, what are the NFTs and how to value it? So I'd like to ask you, from a very ordinary internet user, how much money we have to pay to get an NFT?
But
I
how
have seen
much money
people
you
coming
need to
from,
pay?
yeah, I have seen
Yeah.
ordinary people asking me, I want to buy an NFT, or I want to mint my NFT, my art as an NFT, but I'm not able to do it because some websites are asking me money. So how much money do we need to put our art as an NFT on blockchain?
Okay. So let me understand this question. Like there will be two answers. One is if you want to buy some other person's NFT which someone else is selling. Second is like you want to make your own NFT, like an artwork or something, right? So these are the two things.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to buy your own NFT, the best way I can tell you is don't buy an NFT immediately. First, educate yourself about NFT. Like something which goes here would stay a year forever. As they say, and knowledge won't go away. So don't buy an NFT. Go to I will try to share some good resources with the community as well. You can go to YouTube and read about NFTs. You can follow Gary Vaynerchuk. Of course, he talks a lot. He kind of talks in a very exaggerated manner, but that's how he has built his own brand. And his own marketing. He talks a lot about NFTs. So it will, help you understand that. The easiest part would be actually to have someone who knows about NFT. So he can like, I can hold your hand. Like for us, it would be Rohit Tripathi. He has built his own presence in bitcoins and blockchain. So if you have any questions, of course you can read a book, or you can like help take help from him, or from RanchiMall community. So first thing is don't buy an NFT. First, learn about NFTs. Educate yourself. What is an NFT? Not technically, I'm saying, because that may not be possible for a common person, but understand why NFTs, what is the future of NFTs, and where does it derive its value from. So first thing would be to watch this movie called Ready Player One. I have put it in the chat. This is a very beautiful movie, about how people are living in a metaverse. Yeah, it's a little different, and the actual metaverse may be different than that. That's fine, but you will get the concept, about how gaming NFTs will evolve. Then you will have to find study, go to OpenSea. So I will you can note it down also, or I will put it. You can go to OpenSea.io, which is the major site. You had asked it in the question also, which are the major sites for NFT. That is OpenSea.io and Rarible. So go to OpenSea.io. Don't buy anything. Just study what are the NFTs listed. Top 10 or top 50, maybe then top 100. You should be able to remember the name of the NFTs. Like just for understanding like who is the creator behind that NFT. Then you would know to follow them on Twitter. You follow them on Twitter, you would have access to some of their accounts. Like I follow some accounts which I will share with you. You had asked also, I remember, but I follow like 300 400 accounts. You don't need to do that. You can follow 4 5 10 accounts at max, not to get confused. then join their Discord community. So Discord is like a wonderful social media platform, no, like similar to WhatsApp, but I would say very advanced. And after joining the Discord communities, you will learn, about how the community is. As I said, three things: the founder, the team, and the utility. And one thing I missed out was the community part. So for three things: the founder and his team, utility, and community. These three things will give the NFT its value in 90% of the cases. So once you hang out in Discord, you will know whether that NFT is a hype, it's a fake, or it's genuine. You always search that NFTs founders. Do they have their LinkedIn
Right.
profiles listed? Can you search them? By their name. Like if you go to Polygon, their white paper, you can easily see the names of all the founders. Like Sandeep's name and other people's name. So that gives credibility, to your project. And worst case, if something happens to your project, you would also know who are the founders, who were there and who probably took your money. But mostly that won't happen, if the founder has a record of success. So first thing I would say, don't buy an NFT. Give 1 or 2 weeks to learn about NFTs. Third thing, buy after you know about an NFT and you have joined a community, like probably RanchiMall, we as we have or something similar NFT, buy a very you can say affordable NFTs. Like the one which I bought probably cost me around 27,000, one cheetah. I bought around three of them. Because I believed in it. I know it's not a low price. For most people, if you're a college student or something, 27,000 is a high price. So
Right.
you can only buy a cheap NFT. Just to know the process. Setting up the MetaMask. If you cannot do it, find a person who has done it. Like you can reach out to someone from your community, and maybe you can reach out to me also. I would also be happy to help you in setting up MetaMask. Probably share a YouTube video or the steps. And of course, even if it's unsafe, probably you have to get started. And I'm not asking you to invest a lot of money. Just invest like 2 to 3 thousand rupees in a simple NFT. See how the NFT purchase happens. Understand what are the gas fees on Ethereum. Are you comfortable paying the high gas fees? Of the NFT would cost you like
Exactly. Yes.
1,000 rupees. Gas fees will cost you 4,000 rupees. So once you go
Right.
through this process, then buy an NFT. And that's what I would say.
So for any
Yeah.
ordinary user, first they have to learn what is blockchain. First they have to research what is NFT. Only then they can start getting into communities. But first,
If they cannot,
do your research.
yeah, or if they cannot find understand, at least they should understand the basics, or then they should find a person who is already knowledge about NFT, and that person can somehow guide you. Of course, depending on his time and how much he would be available. As I said, our time is limited. Like we have only. I have one more question which I had got earlier also. What to learn about
That will learn about.
cryptocurrency? Acha, so if this, I'm not sure, but if you are here in this Zoom chat, they would already be a part of RanchiMall community. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
So I
maybe
think,
someone has joined from Twitter also, because we
yeah.
had
So
shared the
if
link
they
on
are
Twitter.
a part of this community, I believe they should know somewhat about. At least they would know about how to buy a cryptocurrency. They may not know all the knowledge. Uh, One thing which I can tell you is read the Bitcoin ka white paper.
White paper.
It's a bit complex, but once you have the conviction in the technology, you will probably never sell that Bitcoin. Even if the market goes up or down, you would have some conviction. That it can be considered as the digital gold. Like lot of companies are investing in Bitcoin. So you can, if you want to learn really about cryptocurrency and blockchain, first I would say read the uh, Bitcoin ka white paper. I understand you may not be able to understand the technology, but then if you have to read and understand it, you will have to at least in layman's language, you will have to understand. No, you don't need to go into the coding part and all, but you will have to at least understand it in a layman's language, like somewhat. So you can find a YouTube on YouTube who are the people to follow. I didn't do that because I wanted to go fast, so I took an Udemy course, like for 500 rupees or so. I took it in last May. I will share that also with you. uh, so I will just share it with you.
Saket, can we copy the entire chat transcript because a lot of links has been shared, and can we put all these
Yeah,
links before
actually.
closing the
Before
session?
closing.
Yeah,
Sure.
You have
yeah,
to
please
copy
share.
There's
everything.
a lot
Yeah,
of valuable things.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
If you can,
I will
please
do
correct.
it.
just you can
And then share in
save
the
in.
ICO group. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I would say, but then again, each course is different. No, so why do you want to learn about cryptocurrency? No, I'm sure you don't want to learn the technicalities. No, you don't want to be a blockchain developer. Probably you want to know how it can help you in investing terms. No, like building your wealth. That is what I understand from this question. So you'll have to understand which coins to buy. Which technologies are strong. So I would say, if you are getting into cryptocurrencies, make sure you buy like some small amount of Bitcoin, no, like I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 rupees ka Bitcoin if you're a fresher or beginner, and buy some 1,000 rupees of Ethereum, no, because these are like the blue chip coins. They may not give you necessarily give you high profits like some people got it 5-10 years back, but it will help you get started. No, you will know there are three things you need to know. One is which exchange to buy cryptocurrency on, that is blockchain currency. I would suggest go for Binance. No, because like no, I have my personal reasons to go on Binance. I don't tell everyone, but I'll tell you if something happens to. Now it's clear, like no, we have the taxes and all, but till now I was not sure, and I wanted to stay away from all this trouble. So I sold everything I had on Wazirex, and I have only on Binance because it's outside India. So if anything happens, they cannot shut down anything which is outside India that immediately, and you can always use VPN and all, no, to connect to Binance. So use Binance, register an account there. You can go for other exchanges later, but go for Binance. Second is learn how to buy the cryptocurrency on Binance, no, in a safe way, no, probably by adding your debit card or something. And the third one, I think these two things would be good. Third would be like how to transfer your currencies safely from one address to another. No, so if you have Bitcoin, you can send it only to Bitcoin address. No, if you send it to any other address, your coins will get lost. No, you cannot recover that. No, because it's not like a bank. No, so you have to be very careful. So learn these three things. Which exchange? Binance, I already told. Second, like buy some coins. No, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. One, whatever your budget is, go for a small amount only, like 1,000 rupees or so, and then understand how this no, transfer of currencies work. How you can transfer coins from one wallet to another. No, probably open an account on qcoin.com. No, so KUCY. No, qcoin is another exchange which I use. Because there are some coins which are not there on Binance. Yeah, so these are all centralized exchanges. No, I agree, but there is one advantage is that they have two-factor authentication. No, so two-factor authentication would protect you. No, like you don't have it in MetaMask. And the third thing which I would say is Binance also has a what do you say, insurance. No, insurance for hacks. So if anything happens to your funds, if Binance gets hacked, they have the insurance to give you your funds. Though it may not be in crypto, this blockchain currencies, they may probably pay you in rupees or dollars, but at least you will have your money. So that's how I chose Binance. No, because anything happens, any hack happens, that cyber insurance which they have, no, will protect you. I'm not sure how many exchanges have this insurance, but Binance can definitely help you in this particular part. So
In fact,
that's how
Binance
you get.
also has their academy also. Like, in fact, Binance also has their academy, Binance
Yeah,
Academy,
yeah,
where they teach
correct,
how to,
exactly. So as I
and they are
said,
very.
no, yeah, correct. So as I said, rather than get no, though you learn practically by doing these three things, buying, but some knowledge is important, and knowledge would come, of course, from the courses you take or the Binance Academy. Spend some time learning the vocabulary, of this blockchain. Like what is blockchain, what is Bitcoin, what is a white paper, what is the address, public address, private address. There are some terms. Like if you want to learn mathematics, you need to know what is a triangle and all that. Of course, that's very easy for us. So similarly, for a newcomer, these terms would be new, so you have to understand the vocabulary. Once you understand the vocabulary, then you will be able to do these things, which are like very easy, I would say. No, come on, compared to building a business, this is easier. Business, I said, you will have to put a lot of efforts. You will have to build a concept, probably raise investments, find customers, keep customers, do shipping, all those things take a lot of time. So investments are a way in which you can fast track your success as well, in some way or the other, at least. So that's how you learn about cryptocurrencies and blockchain, no, from start.
Right.
Yeah, any more
So
questions?
yes, one last question I have, then we can finish the meeting, and again we can plan this. This was a very good session. So
Yeah.
how do you think about articles as an NFT? Because you know how to value an NFT as a JPEG or an art.
Yes.
So how do you think?
Yes.
What do
Yes.
you think about the articles as an NFT?
Yeah. So yes, it is possible. I think it may already be happening. No, that you have an article in a form of a doc or something. No, or you put your article in a JPEG or either a Word doc or something, and you can still load it, on platform like OpenSea or so. And that article can be downloaded by people, by paying you in that blockchain currency. So they pay you in Ethereum, and they get to own a copy of that book. So they have that particular NFT. It may already be done. So you have one book and you release like 10,000 or 1,000 tokens of it. So only 10,000 people can buy your book. Like you are a successful entrepreneur. You have built no particular company, and you want only a few. You want to only reach out to few people. Like who want to be successful. So you can do that, and it is already being done. So you have only like one article which is uploaded on that particular platform, and there are only 1,000 people who can buy that particular from you. So it is definitely possible, not just an article. Probably it may be done in future, probably for a book also. So a book also would be purchased via this blockchain. Currently we buy it on Kindle, but then these are like the amazing possibilities which we have with NFTs in the future, like I discussed in the particular session. So over to you.
Last question. Which movie you were telling about metaverse and NFT we should watch?
Yeah, so
You
the
forgot.
movie is called Ready Player One. I wish I could just share the image of it. It is like a very wonderful movie. I watched it at least like around 3 times. I because I
Oh,
didn't understand.
Ready Player.
Yeah, yeah, you know
Okay,
that.
yeah, no, you have messaged.
Or
I forgot. I thought you have not messaged
or
about it, but
you have
yes,
just yeah. So I'm just sharing. I will just share the image, because that will make it easier for you. So it's the story of a guy, who is like a very normal person, but his like parents and all, they spent like you can say they are in debt, and to clear the debts he has to win a game in the virtual world, metaverse. So he buys those kit, and he turns out to be the best. Like he does his own research and all, and it's like a hero. Like he wins. As they say, he's like a young guy, like probably 16 or 18-year old, and he builds up his own team, and they all win those keys. Can I join Coursera for learning crypto? I would say yes, though I personally haven't gone on Coursera. But in case they have anything wonderful for Coursera, please go and search, do your own research. But I believe you can definitely learn from Coursera also, if you are not going for Udemy. So this is the movie Ready Player One. I will just show it to you.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, so
Right.
you see this guy, wearing this kind of specs. That is no Parzemal. No, his name is Parzemal, and Parzemal like wins in the metaverse. He also beats the companies, who are after him, because he wins the first two keys. And I think you should see the movie. I am just giving you a snapshot.
100%.
And
I like watching these movies.
yeah, and you should
We have
watch a
seen
movie.
similar movies like Black Mirror, or was also had some episodes similar to Metaverse.
Yeah. So this is one of the best. There are other movies also. One I said is the Matrix, but you may not like it much, or depends. And but
I have
this
watched
movie
it.
is like, you can say like a very friendly movie. Not much violence and all also. And I believe it would help you to understand how what Mark Zuckerberg and Microsoft, these companies have been working on augmented reality, virtual reality. Even if you see the movie Iron Man, he like creates that in thin air. He does like this. No, I mean,
Right.
he's hits some button. That is like an augmented reality, and what you wear on your eyes and see is the virtual reality. I like coding. So what would be the best course of action for me? If you like coding, go for becoming a blockchain developer. Like amazing. Become a blockchain developer and invest those funds into currencies and NFTs, and I think you will do very well.
He is
Yeah.
12-year-old actually. He is saying that I am 12-year-old. So I like coding. Where
Yeah,
should I
yeah.
start?
Acha. He's saying I get started. Acha, 11. Okay, cool. It's great to see like 11 and 12-year olds also here. Yes, I would say you can take help from your parents also, no, because I'm not sure if you can invest no in these stock markets and cryptocurrencies. But you can definitely learn coding no till you are 18 at least, no till you because I have seen no kids also do very well no in blockchain. Because age is no longer a barrier, no, because when we were kids, no, we had no access to YouTube and all, no, we had to read books no for our engineering. That was like around 15 years back or so. But now even these kids, if you are 11 or 12-year-old kid now, I would say you are no less than a 25 or 35-year-old person, no, because you have access to so much knowledge. Udemy courses, YouTube, no, you can learn blockchain technology, coding, just sitting in front of your computer. So even if you're 12-year-old, I think you can be free by 18. No, when people are struggling to get into college and pay those huge fees, for engineering and all, you would be free, in a way. You would know what you want to do, and it's good if you have direction at that kind of age, at 12-year-old and all. It's awesome. Great to see that.
Yeah. So I think uh, we
Yeah.
should, yeah, we should finish the call for today. And
Yeah.
we have still a lot to discuss about NFTs and a lot of things. So we
Yeah, no
can plan
problem.
this again.
I agree. I could discuss like most of the things. Maybe anything specific if we have to do know like how to research an NFT and all. Probably I can do like a sessions, like, and we can like build it like a course or something for the RanchiMall community if possible and all. And they will
Yeah,
have,
that's a
of
great
course,
idea.
a,
That's a
yeah,
great
they will have
idea.
like
If you can do a small course for Ranchimal community, and we would looking forward
we
for
can
more
do,
like
yeah.
more guidance for the community and helping them. You are the NFT person to go.
Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that. No, so
yeah,
what
yeah.
we can do is, possible maybe in the next weekend or so, and every other in the next 2 to 3 weekends, I will like create a PPT or a presentation on my PowerPoint, and we will
Right, right.
record that session in the Zoom call itself. So in the Zoom sessions, you can save it, on your PC, and then you can give the
We are
access
saving it on
one.
YouTube. So all of this going on YouTube. So the whole
Yeah, you
session is
can
yeah.
set it initially to private YouTube. So because
Yeah.
only those who have the access to that link
Yes,
would
yes.
from RanchiMall would be able to access it for free. No, they
Right.
need not worry about it and all.
We can
And
share
after
knowledge for free. We can share knowledge for free because like we get so much of knowledge for free in any case, right? Like from
yeah, yeah,
internet.
but,
So
yeah, it depends. It depends on the RanchiMall, no,
yeah,
Sanket
it's
and
just
Rohit. I mean, they
even if we
decide it
launch
all.
the course, it's only the Ranchi people will watch. Even if we launch the course, it's only Ranchi people who will watch the course. So, but it will be a very
Initially,
good
of
idea
course,
for
yes, it's
community building.
later on we can see if
Yeah.
we can give access to others. But initially, we can like launch a 2 to 3 hour course. No, so it would be like 2 to 3 Zoom sessions. Which
Okay.
of course, if you attend live, you can great. If not live, we can just save that, in a form of a video, and then
Yes.
probably
Yes.
upload to your blog or a website, or on YouTube would be the best private list, and they can just see it there. So I
So
mean, I
that's a
have that
great
idea.
project. That's a great project. So maybe why don't you make a good PPT and then we can record a video and then we can create we can finalize the video later and then we can upload and create a course out of it.
Yeah,
That's a very good
yeah.
We
idea.
So
can
what
create
we
an
do is,
article out of it as well. We can
Yes.
create an
Yes.
yeah,
article
we
of it
can
as well.
create an article out of it also. No, like I think for today also, I know it would be a little challenging, but there is
We
some
can do it. I will
template
try.
or some software is there, where you can upload a video or an audio and you can get the transcript of that. And it would
And
require some
also
editing, but
and
it can be
also
done.
do you know who are the most passionate people? The most passionate people are the people who are there till the end of a 2 hour Zoom presentation. Okay, so we have now
Acha,
like Om is there,
in this
Kumar Satvik is there, and Naman Vikram. I don't know Naman Vikram. Probably he came from Twitter. So we should get his contact details. Naman, if you have any contact detail, can you please give your if you're listening still, can you please give your contact detail on the chat window, and then we'd like to engage more with you. Yeah. So if this Oh, okay. We got. We'll call him. Second, we'll call him and then we'll find out and we should Naman should be part of our family because He has stayed the full distance,
Yes,
and
he must.
he's one of the person who is a passionate person. Yeah. And Kumar of Satvik is obviously he's our, so he's one of our family in any case. And Om, very good that you stayed all this distance like that till the last point you were there. So Om, of course we know about Om, so we will get you involved. Yes, it's a great. Om, let's do that. Okay, why don't we create a group? Make add Akash, add Saket. They're all in ICO group. You are also in the ICO group, and add Naman Vikram.
Saket can be the admin. No, of course he has
And then
been
you can
like,
also be the admin, and Om can be the admin. You can have multiple admins, And
yeah,
then
you can multiple admins.
multiple
Yes.
admins, yeah. And then yeah, but we must add Naman Vikram. So his phone number, he has given his phone number. We have to and probably we should call him and just get him on. Naman, is that your WhatsApp number as well? 9899800583. Is that your WhatsApp number as well? Perfect. All right. So we'll add you in that number. Yeah. We'll add you there. Yeah. Naman Vikram was a very nice addition to this whole session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we are done for the today, and it was very valuable learning.
It's a very nice session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Akash. It was very well prepared, very simple for people to understand.
Yeah.
Passionate.
Yeah.
People loved it, and I'm sure as you and we, all of us, we go forward into this journey. All of us will grow, and you will keep on doing this for years and years to come, and be part of our family.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. My pleasure.
It was our pleasure as well. Thank you so much for being here. On behalf
Thanks.
of RanchiMall, we really thank you, for taking your time out.
Yeah. Thank you, Akash.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So yeah, before we close the session, Saket, we have to copy all the messages.
Yeah, the blog, or you can. Yeah. Okay.
And if you can just create a simple, highlights of the session. These are the links. These are the things. We could do that, and we can probably circulate this in the ICO group.
Yeah. I will do it, sir.
One thing I should add,
yes,
we should download the chat transcript and then upload it onto the WhatsApp chat because it has some good information in it.
That is what we are going to do, and we're going to copy it in all the links that he gave, everything, all the books, all the movies. We have to take out the personal information, but of course, it's fine. We have it, and then and the Mona Lisa valuation and all interesting conversations. We'll put it there for sure. Yeah, and thank you, Kumar Satvik. Thank you so much. You have been with us since the ICO. It's so nice that you are here. Yeah, and yeah.
Om was saying something.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to find the contacts.
Yes. So Om, are you going to create the WhatsApp group, NFT group?
Yeah, I've added you. If you could just put the other contacts in the chat because I can't see the names.
I will do that. I'll add those contacts. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, friends. So I'm going to log off now. It was a very productive 2-hour session, and we're looking forward for more. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.